Listen. Listen up, dude. Dragon Quest II is not that bad. Okay? Listen, I know the cool thing to do in this community. I know what it is. It's to make fun of this game. It's to talk crap on this game. It's to make fun of that guy down there. The green one. Okay? With the funny hair. Alright? And I'm not talking about this guy. I'm not talking about this green guy. Shout out to Link. Listen. I'm talking about Prince of Cannock, obviously. Alright, listen, guys. Listen. Welcome to episode 22, I think, of the Dragon Quest Poppy podcast. Honestly, I don't remember, but whatever. Listen, I just wanted to talk about this because I feel it's not every other day. Maybe once a week, maybe once every other week or so. But somebody, somewhere, is making fun of this game. You know what I'm saying? In the community. And obviously the Prince of Cannock gets the most crap out of everybody. But I'm here to defend this game. Okay? Now, full disclosure. I have not played the NES version. Full disclosure. I have not played the NES version of this game. And I know historically and correctly, this game, a lot of the brunt of the complaints, come from that version, which is understandable. The game came out like less than a year after the first one was released, back in the early 1990s, I believe it was 1980s, something like that. I don't remember. Yeah, and then specifically the newer versions of the game are much better quality of life improvements, but they still have their issues. I'm not saying it's a perfect game. I'm not even saying it's one of my favorite Dragon Quest games. Far from it. What I'm saying is it's still a good game, and it doesn't deserve the crap it gets. Like I said, it's not my favorite Dragon Quest game. It's definitely near the bottom of the list in terms of my top 11 games. Well, technically top 10, because I haven't beat or played Dragon Quest X yet. Which is basically a meme at this point. I mean, everyone should know that by now. So, but yeah, it's low on the list. I'll say that for sure. But I still love the game. It's a good game. I actually really enjoy the cast. The Prince of Cannock actually is a really funny character. I actually really enjoy his dialogue, the humor with him, his sister and him, like their arguments are freaking hilarious. Just like the whole way you actually find him to recruit him is pretty funny too. I mean, in terms of like a sequel to the first game, I feel like it's a good sequel. Now, obviously, is it like the best sequel of all time? No, it's not Shrek 2. You know what I'm saying? It's not Shrek 2. It ain't ever gonna be Shrek 2. You know what I'm saying? But listen, it's good. Okay? There's a lot of new stuff that was added, way back when the game actually came out, to where obviously it was kind of like a test run sort of thing that the game started implementing. Multiple party members, multiple enemies that you're fighting at once, a bigger world, And with that, obviously, there's gonna come some issues while growing pains, if you will, sort of thing. But I still think it's a good game. I mean, I have played the mobile version and I've played the Game Boy Color version, and I actually enjoyed the Game Boy Color version a little bit more. I think it's because of the charm of the graphics, maybe. Although the mobile version still had great graphics, but I just very much enjoyed the games, you know. Now, like I said, does it have issues? Yes, absolutely. I will say I got very frustrated at some parts when I first played the game, because I didn't want to look up anything to help me with, my adventure through this world of Dragon Quest 2, Dragon Warrior 2. Well, Dragon Quest 2 was my first time I played it, since it was on mobile. But I had to I had to use guides because, for example, the biggest issue or the biggest complaint that stands out to me was one specific objective, one specific quest, where basically the game was telling me I had to look for an item that was in the ocean. But the problem is, if you couldn't, like, it didn't show on the map at all. Like, supposedly, after looking up guides and stuff, there's supposed to be like a sparkly spot in the in the world map when you're sailing, in that area, but there wasn't. And I kept looking. I swear it was like I was looking for a while, just trying to pinpoint exactly where this item was, and it was frustrating. And I will admit, it was completely frustrating. And it's been a while since I've played the first time around, and the second time around has been now about a little over 2 years, I think. And so I don't fully remember all of my complaints, I'll be honest, but that should be another testimony in its own. I don't really, like, that's my biggest complaint. And that's the thing. It's like, honestly, just look up a guide. You know what I mean? Like, sure, it might break immersion from the game, when, like, you have to look up a guide, and I'm not saying that's I'm not trying to justify doing that. I'm just saying, like, there's ways around it, right? Like, you could be super old school hardcore and just, like, 100% shut yourself off from the internet and try and finish the game all the way through. I'm sure you can do it eventually. You will get frustrated, but to still enjoy the game and the experience behind it, and to play through history itself, literally. I mean, this game is history, especially in the community. Bro, just look up a guide. Like, if you get lost, look up a guide. Like, what's wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with that. There might be some people be like, oh, you're a fake this or you're a fake that, or just don't listen to that noise. That noise that's always going to be going on around you. Just focus and do you, boo-boo, is all I'm saying. So, basically, yeah, man. I mean, again, the game itself, and the funny thing, too, is another complaint that the community is always, well, it's not necessarily a complaint, but it's a meme. It's literally a meme. It's basically like the Yamcha meme being dead, the Yamcha being dead meme in, like, that pit is basically the Prince of Canuck, being dead meme. And I will admit, I have seen some pretty hilarious, like, memes about the Prince of Canuck being, like, always being dead, or, like, he's dead at the final fight. I actually remember a really beautiful art. I don't remember how beautiful it was, but it was, like, really well done drawing. And I think the hero and the main character and the Princess of Moonbrook were fighting Malroth or Hargon, and the Prince of Canuck was dead in, like, a coffin or something like that. So it was funny. So, but the point is, like, there's a meme surrounding the Prince of Canuck. I feel like some people take it a little too far, and they just kind of, like, over exaggerate the meme, and they just kind of ruin it for people. Again, you do you, boo-boo, you do you. But, like, at the end of the day, in reality, it's really not that bad. I mean, I know it depends on the version that you're playing of the game as well. I will say that. Give me a moment. Let me drink some water. Good. So yeah, and again, I've played the mobile version. I've played the Game Boy Color version. So technically, newer versions. Well, the Game Boy Color versions. Well, it doesn't matter. The point is, the game for me is still good, and I have actually never had the Prince of Canog die on me on the last battle. So I think it might be also because I did obviously, grind a little bit before the last battle. Like, is Malroth, stupid hard in the game sense? Yeah, the dude can use full heal. What? Kind of cheap, but it's still, I would still say it's pretty fair for the game. Like, sure, you might have to like grind a little bit, but bro, it's an RPG, bro. Like, you have to grind anyway. Grinding is the name of the game, bro. Like, bro, who complains about grinding in Pokemon? You know what I'm saying? Like, who complains about grinding in RPG games is people that don't like RPGs. You know what I'm saying? Which is a valid argument if you don't like that style of game. But, bro, what are we doing here? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a good game, bro. Yeah, it's a good concept. I personally love grinding. I don't mind it at all. One sec. I'm just going to listen to this voice message from my wifey poo. It's just 2 seconds. Oh, wow. Almost out of work. Okay. But yeah, so basically, again, for me personally, I actually very much enjoy the game. I think it's a great sequel. Again, not Shrek 2, but it's a sequel, and it's a good one still. The world is fun. Now, I personally don't necessarily like the hero's armor. It's pretty lame. I'll say that. Like, Prince of Cadoc and the Prince of Moonbrook's armor look way better than the Prince's. The main character, but still, whatever. But again, in terms of like a game itself, especially a Dragon Quest game, it's still a good game, and I enjoy playing it, and I would totally play it again if it gets to the point where we get, for example, like the HD 2D remake treatment with 1 and 2 and not just 3. Bro, I'm gonna play those 3 games again, and I'm gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? And I might even like enjoy it a little bit more, and even maybe grind a little bit more, sort of thing. Like, I would definitely enjoy it much. Like, I would take my time with it, sort of thing. And obviously, it's kind of, at this point, it'd be my third playthrough, sort of thing. And so, that whole kind of like frustration kind of goes away because I just already know kind of what I'm getting into. So anyway, but still, again, I think it's a good game. I think it's super I think it's like ridiculously like made fun of, but like mostly because it's a meme, sort of thing. I don't think people actually hate the game that much. I think it's mostly just like a meme, like, and people just make fun of it because it's a meme, sort of thing. Like, I'm not saying there's not complaints on the game, and it needs it. It should have had done this better, should have done that better. I get that. I'm just saying that I feel like, compared to what everyone, like the community, they talk so much crap on this game. And it's honestly, sometimes it's fun to get in on it. I'm not saying I don't talk crap on the game. Like, I'm just saying that I think it's like way better than people make it out to be. Because there's some people out there that just like go nuts with pooping on this game. And I'm just like, bro, what are we doing right now, bro? Like, chill. But again, it's a meme. It's a meme to hate this game. And again, I don't hate it. I enjoy it and I like it. I do know that there's not mistakes, but there's shortcomings, which we can all admit to. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. But I really don't think it's as bad as people say it is. And that's the whole point of this video. And so listen again. If you're out there talking crap on this game, reevaluate your life. Okay? Okay? No, I'm just playing. But basically, yeah, I just wanted to talk about that. I just feel like, again, I've seen so much like surprisingly just super like just so much animosity behind people's opinions. And it's funny because I've also seen the other way around where people actually say the same thing I'm saying now. It's like, bro, chill. Like, it's really not that bad, you know? And so I'm just kind of addressing that opinion that it really is not that bad. So anyway, that's basically it for the main portion of this video. Yeah, that's basically it for that. So let's get into the next segment, which is what I'm playing / watching / doing. But basically what it means is what anime I'm watching and what games I'm playing. So in terms of anime, this is going to be really quick. I finally watched an episode of One Piece the other night, and which was thoroughly enjoyable. One Piece is one of my favorite anime of all time, and I finally watched the episode where Zoro and Sanji get up and just do some awesome damn moves on King and Queen. It was pretty sick, dude. It was pretty sick. Like, the animation was gorgeous, and it was pretty dope. So anyways, that was an awesome episode. That was really fun to watch. I do want to watch more of that show, more anime in general, but you know, it's not the easiest thing to do, you know. Because when I have time, I'd rather game at the moment. I kind of have like these random spurts. I've said this before in other episodes, but I'll have random spurts of like what I want, what if I'm more of like in an anime mood or more of like in a gaming mood. And usually I'm more of in like a gaming mood spurt instead of an anime mood. When I'm in an anime mood spurt, like it's pretty hardcore, and I'll like watch a lot of anime that I've been meaning to get to, or like episodes or catching up on shows I've watched before, blah blah blah, or even rewatch shows. But usually when I'm in a gaming spurt, that lasts much longer. So yeah, I'm a gamer first, an anime head second. So yeah. But anyway, so in terms of gaming, because that's it with anime for now. In terms of gaming, man, honestly, I've been having a really good time. Shout out to my community, guys. I seriously enjoy you guys so much, man. So basically, I mean, first there's Dragon Quest Tact, which I have to do a Dragon Quest Tact episode, man. I mean, it's like we just got to do a Dragon Quest Tact episode. But shout out to Bundles of Monkeys, shout out to Illness, like in the Discord, those two are like the leading force of Dragon Quest Tact. In Dragon Quest Papi, you know, in our Discord with our guild, stuff like that. Guild is called Los Papitos, by the way, if anyone's interested in joining a guild. LOSPAPITOS. We'd love to have you. Yeah, and at this point, you know, it's just fun because we're always kind of like talking about what's going on, what's next, sort of thing, you know, what banners coming out, what characters are coming out this week in particular. As of I'm recording, which today I'm recording, it's April 19th. We're waiting for Solo. We're waiting for our boy Solo, and I have almost 43,000 gems saved up for that boy. So I am pretty sure I'm gonna get him. But I'm really excited about getting Solo. And then it's just a good time in general. So I just love that. And then besides that, I'm also playing Dragon Quest IV, which shout out to Bundles of Monkeys. I know he's also playing that. And then yeah, right now I got to Mamon, the evil castle, but I got out because I think I need. It's not that I need to. I know I could just go into the castle and do everything I got to do, but I kind of want to get the mod rod first. So yeah, so I'm gonna go back out and kind of look for that, and then go back to Mamon Castle. So yeah, so I'm gonna do that before I go back in, and then because I think, excuse me, I think I have to. I forgot where. I have to look it up, but I have to go get it somewhere else, and then I can come back to Mamon Castle. Anyways, and disguise myself as monsters, so it'll confuse the monsters, which is going to be a good time. But yeah, and then besides Dragon Quest IV, obviously I'm playing Dragon Quest XI-S at the moment. You know, and again, shout out to my community, freaking Gion, IAI, Bundles of Monkeys, Illness when he shows up, Pancho Panther, RPG Archive, Majora T. Shout out to the boys, bro. You know what I'm saying? Super Exomar, we haven't seen you on stream in a little while, but it's a good time anytime you join. Anyone else that joins every now and then, it's always a good time. But yeah, and then very soon, by the time this releases, maybe we're already ready. But very soon we're going to be playing Dragon Quest 9 through Melon DS on live stream. So far, I know that Bundles of Monkeys, Gion, and I are part of the party. And so if anyone else wants to join on this playthrough, let us know. But yeah, we're going to be testing this. Hopefully it runs well. Hopefully there's no issues with performance. I've talked to a couple people here and there that are saying that, that it does run well. But for example, most of the people that talk about this, for example, shout out to Ost, and, from Ost Families Gaming, he mentioned he has an article about it on his website, where he talks about he tried it for like 2 hours, but with one other buddy. So my concern is that there's gonna be 4 of us at once playing. So I'm really hoping that the emulator performs well. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, yeah, I'm really excited about that. I'm really excited about live streaming that next to you guys. There's a couple other games that I was going to kind of live stream after Dragon Quest XI-S, like for example Dragon Quest Builders, and or maybe even potentially Dragon Quest Heroes 2, because I'm still like wanting to finish that. But this just came up and on my last live stream as if I'm recording, and I thought it was such a bomb idea that we just had to do it. So anyways, look forward to that, guys. And then as of I'm recording again, I've only had the first Papi's community party night, but we played Smash Bros. That was a hell of a time. That was so much fun. Smash Bros is always a good time. I very much enjoy playing Smash Bros. My connection was not the best. We were lagging like crazy, which was unfortunate. But even with that lag, we still had a really good time. So, yeah, that was a really, really fun time. This weekend, by the time this comes out, it already would have passed. But this weekend is most likely Mario Kart that we're going to be playing. So, but I'm thinking that because I want to kind of have a schedule of what we're going to play as a community Saturday nights. And as of right now, I'm thinking it's most likely going to be Smash Bros. And then the following week, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, Mario Kart, Smash Bros, Mario Kart. So that's kind of what I'm gathering, what like people are most interested in. I've had a couple votes here and there that like wanted people, us to play like Pokemon battles or raids and stuff. And then there's some people that said yes to like freaking. I'm trying to think of another game. Oh, like Mario Party and stuff like that. But anyways, the biggest winners are Mario Kart and Smash Bros. So I think we're just gonna stick to that for now. But anyway, so there you go. But yeah, but that's basically it in terms of what I'm playing slash watching slash doing. Besides that, there's nothing else right now. So yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah, that's basically it for this episode. Let's do some shout outs. Again, shout out to all of you guys that are watching. I really appreciate you guys, tuning in and watching and listening to this podcast episode. Guys, if you ever want to be on the show, give me a shout, just let me know. I would love to have you. I don't care who you are. If you're new to Dragon Quest, if you're old to Dragon Quest, if you're one of my haters, bro, shout out to my haters, bro. I got a couple of haters out there that are very loud about hating me, and it's pretty hilarious, honestly. For me, it just fuels my energy for wanting to do this more. So I appreciate and I love all you haters out there. But yeah, if you want to be on the show, just let me know. If you want me to be on your show, let me know. I'd love to be on whatever show you got. And then if you guys want to join the Discord, bro, we have a good time there. We have a really good time there. I'm going to hope to remember to put the link on this episode for my Discord. And so, yeah, so there's that. And, that's basically it. I can't really think of anything else. So like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time. Peace.